I have some good news. Basically, 2 days ago was a perfect day, 4-0 day. Yesterday we had a 7-2 day, or I believe it was a 7-3 day, not a 7-2. So perfect day 2 days ago, which is 5 perfect days so far this month. And then yesterday was a 7-3 day, so it's another winning day. I'm going to show you the receipts for that, but I actually have some important news that I want to talk about, and I'm actually going to give you guys something very important. So here it is. I had Freddie Furman on the under RBI with the Reds. That hit. I gave away the Reds yesterday. I had 2 batter props. You can see right there, Xavier Edwards and Bo Bichette. That got a hit. Another under RBI. That got a hit. Another under RBI. The Marlins, I actually gave, this was actually in the VIP. I didn't give this one away. We had them at a +1.5. They ended up winning 11-1. And then we had 2 under. This was actually posted inside the Discord. So this was 2 under 1.5 RBIs, or I'm sorry, no run first innings. And then another under RBI. So those were all batter props, mostly all batter props. It was a slow day. I did have the Reds and I believe was the Brewers. I don't know. I'm missing one play. I think it was the Reds and the Brewers on the money line, but I didn't post it in here. Anyways, it was a 7-3 day. Overall, it was a great day. Now for the important news. So if you've been following my channel at all, you can see that we've posted this a lot. We're talking about this called the Sharp Edge. And that's actually one of the tools that we use. And we charge $20 a month for that. And you basically get this data right here on a daily basis. Now, I realize that this is a little difficult to read. It's a lot. There's a lot of information. So for example, for this one game, this was yesterday's game. You can see just for one game, actually it's three games total. You can see on the graph over here, it says 12 pages. So it's a lot of data for 3 games. It's 12 pages. So you divide that by 3, it's 4 pages per game. And you can see it's kind of, it's nice, good, or it doesn't look good. I shouldn't say it does not look good. It's a lot of data. So what I've been working on, and it's actually taken a long time to even get to this point, but what I've been working on is actually creating a software that does all this stuff, and I'm going to give it to you guys for 30 days for free. So I'm going to tell you exactly how to do that, and it's going to be for free for 30 days. And the reason I'm doing it for free is because I want your feedback. So I'm going to show you what it's looking like right now, because it's still in process, it's still under construction. But then I'm going to give you the end goal on how it's going to look. So check this out. This is it right here. This is what I've been working on. So for example, this is the exact same information. So basically what you see here, right here, every day that I talk about it, you actually see it here now. So this first section here is the line movement. You're going to see the line movement here, the win probability, all the different games that are going on for the day. And then the batting status, it actually gives you the edge on where the edge is going. And then the pitching status, like where the pitching is going. And then it actually tells you, like, you don't even have to look at these numbers or nothing if you didn't want to. It just tells you the edge is on the Cardinals, for example. The edge is on the Cardinals. For the batting, it actually gives you a breakdown over here. And then it keeps going. All the records for the team, it tells you that it's even. Obviously, this is just sample data right now. And then it gives you all the different insights. So you can see it's in 4 sections, the 4 big sections, which is the line move, the win probability, the batting analysis, the pitching analysis, the team records, and the all insights. Okay. So basically, like I said, it's going to be all this information here. All this information that you see here is going to be posted on one simple, clean looking page like this. And then if you look over here, it gives you all the starting pitcher information, all the bullpen information, all the projections, the 9th inning and the hits market. If you've seen any of my videos, this is what I've been talking about. But like I said, this is still in the construction. I'm almost done with it. But once it's done, it's going to be imported and it's going to have all the games, not just the games that I like. All right. So then this is actually the end goal on how it's supposed to look. So you can see it's maybe not going to have this nice looking graph that's hovering right here, but this is what it should look like at the end of the day. So the Sharp Edge is going to tell you, like, for example, 15 total games, the sharp plays, the hit rates for each of those games. It's going to give you a breakdown of, which one is that you should be considering, the reasons to consider it, the edge assessments, the sharp assessments, the market insight. Like I said, you're going to have all the pitcher staff, all the pitching stuff, all the batting stuff, all the line movements, everything that I always talk about. And I'm actually for myself, so I can have a clean look at all the games, and similar to what I'm looking at here, but I'm going to have it all inside our own software. So I hope that makes sense. And there's an important announcement here today, so I'm glad you're here. There's the next 4 days is basically, this is what I'm going to be working on, and I have a team and AI and all this stuff. We're filtering all this stuff out, and I'm working on it. I'm almost done, but once it's done, I'm gonna provide it for free for 30 days. And the way I'm going to do this is if you go to the link in the description and click on free picks. If you haven't done so, make sure you click on free picks, and that's where I'm going to post it. I'm going to say, hey, the software is available now for 30 days for free, and that'll be posted inside the free picks. Also, if you're interested, if you haven't done so, just send me a text and say, hey, I'm interested in the sharp edge, the information when it drops. So you'll have access to this. And like I said, I'll be explaining how to look at the data and all that stuff, just like I do every day, but it'll be much cleaner, much faster, and much easier to understand as well, because we're not looking at 12 pages of information for 3 games. You're actually looking at one data point per game. I hope that makes sense. So anyway, that's the announcement. Go to the link in the description, click on free picks. If you haven't done so, you're going to get the free picks. Like I said, I gave away one yesterday, that hit. I gave away one the day before that hit. I've given away a lot of free picks. So what I'm actually starting to focus on a lot more now is still the free picks, still the VIP picks and all that. But at the same time, I'm trying to get this software off the ground. So I'm going to give it to you guys for free for 30 days once it's live. It's not live yet, but once it's live, obviously there's no games until Friday. So I'm going to take that time, like I said, to build this out cleaner and better. And like I said, it's going to look something very similar to this, where it's going to give you like the edge, the insights, the top 5 picks, stuff like that. So anyways, once that's done, I'm going to give it to you guys for 30 days to check it out. And if you guys like it, or if you don't like it, then you're going to help me kind of, do the improvements and stuff like that. I hope that makes sense. So I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate you guys that have gotten me. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers. So if you guys like this sort of information, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you go to the link in the description and click on free picks, or send me a text and say, hey, I'm interested in the sharp edge when it drops. All right, guys, there's not a lot more to talk about because there's no games. There's WNBA, but I'm not going to try to force anything. I'm not even going to try to look at it today, to be honest. I know there's some stuff inside the Discord for WNBA, like some props, but I'm not even going to mess around. I'm just going to take the next couple of days off and focus on this stuff here. So I appreciate you guys once again. Make sure you subscribe, go to the link in the description, click on free picks, and send me a text. All right, guys. Thank you.